And I know this was before your career was over when you and your family started the Fit for Life thing around Cartersville.
Yeah. So that when yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I always been wanting to be an entrepreneur, and I wanted to be in business, and I didn't know anything about business, you know. Um, but growing up, one of my biggest motivations was I wanted to do something for my city. Like I wanted, like I just always been like that. Like I wanted to be able to do something for my city. Like that's just what I wanted to do. So I invested my money into Fit for Life and was like, the business structure was some ass, but I was like, I wanted to do something where I got a facility, paid for it, and I'm like, yo, I want people to come and work out and get better and get fit for life. That's what I wanted. It wasn't as successful when I wasn't there. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I didn't know. I didn't understand the value at which I brought. I didn't know what my value was into the market.
Well,
I didn't,
you had VJ training people. Let me tell you about that. I go over there to the facility one day to work out, and I am in some of the best shape of my life. And VJ like, come on, Lee, come out here and work out with me. I'm like, all right, V, I'm gonna come work out with you. And he puts me through a workout, and I'm like, you gonna work out with me, right? All before I get there, yeah, Lee, I got you. We're gonna get here and get it together. I show up about 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Like, what we got today, V? Man, I got done working out before you got here, but here's what I got for you. Man, when I tell you that workout kicked my ass, and, and when I tell you I was in some of the best shape of my life, some of the best military training that you could go through, I'm days out of it.
dang.
6 weeks of it. And tip top shape. And I'm like,
Shout out, BJ.
I know you ain't do this shit. Ain't no way in hell you did this shit.
No, he didn't. You know he didn't. That's crazy.
But I will say, I think you were a little bit before your time in the location that you were in because
Yeah,
fitness was not a thing in the South, especially the rural South. And that type of functional fitness that was not, we're gonna go to the gym and we're gonna go to goals and throw around as much weight as we can. But actually, I won't call it CrossFitty, but it was more functional fitness stuff. A lot of stuff that you could actually do at home didn't require a lot of equipment and stuff like that. I think it's a little bit before your time, and I am willing to imagine that it helped set you up for buckets or bench.
It did. It really did, man. I pretty much went to business school through that process. I also learned how to deal with, you know, one of my mentors had told me, business would be easy if it wasn't for people. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to communicate with people. And that was one of the things that I lacked, playing overseas. Like you miss out. People think that like life is a two-edged sword. Like it's like a seesaw. You might prosper in this area, but you become weak in this area. And one of the weak areas that I had is I didn't know how to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how to read people's temperament. I didn't know how to have discernment. I didn't know how to be vulnerable. I didn't know any of that. So interact. I didn't know about customer service. These are the things that you need when you're in business. And so when I started the Fit for Life, I was able to learn those things. What I'm saying, and I was able to build relationships. And so when Buckets of Bench, started off, I knew what I needed to do for it to be successful. And I knew I had to be patient. I was able to put together a plan. I was able, you know what I'm saying, and I was able to implement it. And that's what you're starting to see today.